but new news have followed. They were the Celtic champions since 1981. Former Tipperary manager Lee Taylor has assisted manager Bob Wheeler out a lot this season. They will be hoping that players like Linda Barrett, Colin Ryan and James McInerney will produce something special here in the Boys AFC Hurling final and in the long family of this proud club in Newmarket and Clare. The game will be underway here in just a couple of minutes. The referee will be Ambrose Hayes.
Sean Hayes for Cratloe and Don Duggan for Newmarket would say, look, I suppose I think it'll be a tight game, but I think Cratloe will see it out in the end.
We'll see what happens here as the referee Ambrose Hayes from Cratloe getting the game underway here. Ball coming right across the field, being challenged out there. Lee Mackham taking the shoulder, going to the ground, being challenged out there outside in the middle of the field by Colin Ryan, and it's going to be a free for the Cratloe men right under our commentary position here, only metres in from the sideline here. Lee Mackham lining up to take this one. Podge Collins playing deep here at the moment. The game sending the ball up into the corner. Conor McGrath running out. James McInerney in pursuit. Conor McGrath ball popping out of his hand very near the line, almost on the line. Fergie McDonough down there as well, but again the referee penalising the Cratloe men for touching the ball on the ground. Free out to the market.
Yes, free there. Lee Mackham, he just needed down the sideline, and Conor McGrath came out and he's touching it down on that occasion, but touched the ball on the ground, free to the market.
Long ball dropping down at the end of the square. Anthony Gilmartin is there beside the ball. Come McGrath and and Shane O'Brien into the back of the Cratloe net with only 1 minute on the clock. They have a goal on the board.
Yeah, see a good free there in from James McInerney, and the ball went up between Barry Duggan and Anthony Gilmartin. It broke down to Shane O'Brien, and Owen picked him up. He ghosted out in front of Anthony Gilmartin, picked the ball and look on his own, put it into the back of the net. Great start from the market.
Brilliant goal from Shane O'Brien. What a start for the Blues as the ball dropped into the middle of the field. Again trying to chase the ball away, trying to get away with it, and coming away with it is David Barrett, winning the ball in the middle of the field, out to Owen Hayes. Owen Hayes across to the far side, ball just half hit into the 20-metre line. Barry Duggan coming out, getting out the head of Anthony Gilmartin as the ball comes across to this side of the field, trying to win it away. Lee Mackham has the ball in his hand and he strikes it over his shoulder. Long ball right down the centre, up take over with the one hand is David Ryan, and he's penalised for that, and it's going to be a free out once again for the market. But again the referee Ambrose Hayes, he's going to let's just say he's going to have a word at the moment. It probably will be a yellow card, I think, for the Cratloe. No, it's not. It's only a ticking in the book there, going up at the one hand aisle.
Yeah, ball came down there, but David Ryan, I suppose, and Ambrose the judge, that he pulled a bit low under the ball and got in the Barrett in the hand. So free now for Colin Ryan. Said he's on his own 65. You know, it's a tough one, but the breeze that he's back. So you know, I wouldn't bet against Colin Ryan in a position like this.
Colin Ryan 1 metre inside his own 65, dead straight in front of the goals, but he's that distance out in the dead centre of the field, lining up to take this one. That Shane O'Brien goal second. Again a long ball from way out the field, and the ball goes in and over the bar from Conor Ryan from inside his own half of the field. It's the market 1 goal and 1 point. It's Cratloe no score. There's almost 3 minutes gone.
Yes, and I said there you wouldn't bet against Colin Ryan. That was a great free. As I say, he was inside his own 65, straight in front of the goal, but he gave it plenty here and it was well over the bar. Great start from the market.
Sean Hayes with the puck out, this time to the far side of the field, up to go for it in the barrel, trying to get out there ahead, but it's Podge Collins winning the ball from the Cratloe men. Again going up along the line, chasing him up along is Mike McInerney. Catch again, ball goes to the ground and is picked up inside by Alan Barrett into the middle of the field, half hit into the hands it goes, trying to win it away. Owen Hayes out there outside in the middle of the field as well, trying to get it away, but again winning it back. Cratloe on the attack, switching the ball across to this side of the field, running on for Conor McGrath out ahead of James McInerney. Conor McGrath sweeping the ball into Sean Collins. Sean Collins picking up, striking it from way out the field, and there's the opening score for the Cratloe men. Great ball coming right across the field here. Good work Conor McGrath, good finish Sean Collins. 1-1 the market, 1 point for Cratloe.
Yeah, Alan Barrett was in position there still, but great work from the Cratloe forwards. Sean Chaplin and Podge Collins, you know, they clouded him out, and the ball broke to Sean Chaplin, who fed it across here to the near stand side, and Conor McGrath came out, won it, and hand passed it off to Sean Collins. Sean Collins will put it over the bar, so good reply there from Cratloe, and they're back in the game now.
Again referee Ambrose Hayes coming over to the line just to get everybody settled down and move back in to their positions back here to our left-hand side. Darren Duggan with the puck out for the Newmarket men. Your commentaries, compliments of banner carpets and flooring in the Quinn Road Industrial Estate as the ball drops in over the head of Martin Ogie Murphy into the hands of David Barrett from way out the field. He sends it to the right and he sends it wide. It's still 1-1 to 1 point for Cratloe, Newmarket lead.
Yes, I suppose just one thing to know for our listeners at home, Cratloe seem to be playing a two-man full forward line with Conor McGrath and Cathal McInerney inside, and Gerard Ryan is playing out around the 65-yard line, so two-man full forward line for Cratloe.
Well, what you meant to have in a full forward line, we'll see what happens during the next couple of minutes, but it's going to be a free once again for Colin Ryan. Absolutely superb from the pace ball this year for the Newmarket men, and of course for many years for Clare as well. This one inside the 65-metre line, maybe 62 metres out, and about maybe 10 in from the stand on the far side of the field, striking into the scoreboard in. His back is to the terracing at the far side of the field as he steadies himself, looking in around the goal. I see Conor Ryan just on the edge of the square in front of Anthony Gilmartin and Barry Duggan as well as he takes this one. Colin Ryan up in the air with this one, all eyes on the goalkeeper, all eyes on the umpire. He comes out, he waves his hands, the ball goes to the left and it goes wide. Newmarket still lead by 1 goal.
Yes, as you said there, that was a tough enough free. He was about 60 metres out, but he was over at the standing up stand side of the field, and I suppose, a wet ball, maybe the wrong side of the field. So look, the market are 1-1 to a point.
We want to extend a special welcome to all our listeners in the county and around the country, and indeed afar, and we'll be sending greetings to those later on during the commentary here, but we'll stay with the action and the man with the ball in the middle of the field trying to come away with it and trying to win the ball away out there in the middle of the field. Neither right, trying to get the ball away, but it comes out into the middle of the field to Martin O'Hanlon, sweeping across, looking for support, sends it across to the far side of the field. Mike McInerney and Anthony Gilmartin with the ball. He's been tidied up by John O'Gorman, one-handing it out, but again it's blocked down over on the far side. Barry Duggan going back, taking the shoulder, taking the hit. Illegally, says the referee. Once again, it's going to be a free out for the Cratloe men. Sean Hayes will make his way out to the 20-metre line.
Yes, I suppose, look, maybe I disagree with Ambrose there and that when I thought it was a fair enough shoulder from going here, shoulder to shoulder. Ambrose is the judge that it's a free out to Cratloe, so it's on the 20-metre line. So, the game has kind of settled down a bit now after the early great goal from Shane O'Brien. So the game has settled down now and it's 1-1 to a point.
Sean Hayes with this ball up along the line at the far side of the field. Ball very close to the line, trying to get it away. Martin O'Hanlon trying to control it. The ball comes off to the Newmarket men out over the line. Far side of the field. It's going to be a line ball over there. Sean Chaplin is the man with the ball in his hand at the moment. Martin Ogie Murphy making his way over there, being accompanied by Owen Hayes as well. Sean Chaplin about to take the line ball, getting it a low ball, not going very far. He's going to be tidied back there at the back in the barrel, sweeping the ball out into the middle of the field. Owen Hayes now across to this side of the field to Niall O'Connor, all on his own, trying to pick the ball up. He has time to pick it up, he has time to look, he has time to strike it, and the ball goes in from out the field, but it goes to the left and it goes wide. It's still the Newmarket 1-1, Cratloe 1 point.
Yeah, the Newmarket selectors there, mentors, very irate there with Alan Barrett. He was all on his own. He could have played a nice ball into his forwards and he chose to shoot himself in a bad wide there for the Newmarket.
Again, puck out over to the far side of the field. Again, the breaking ball goes across. He's tied it up back there by Enda Barrett, trying to get it away. David Ryan out there as well. Again, trying to move the ball. 6 and 8 players over at the far side of the field. And the referee, Ambrose Hagney, is over there as well. It's going to be a throw ball. About 55 out from the corner flag. That corner flag belongs to Darren Duggan, the Newmarket goalkeeper on the far side of the field, is thrown in, trying to come away with it. Podge Collins, but again, I think Sean Chaplin winning it back for the Cratloe men into the middle of the field, but the ball goes straight to David Barrett. David Barrett again from way out the field sends it in, and the ball goes in and over the bar. David Barrett just in the middle of the field. The breeze at his back. It's the Newmarket 1 goal and 2 points. Cratloe 1 point, 8 minutes gone, first half.
Great score there from David Barrett. A mistake by Sean Chaplin there. I think Silly had the ball and he played it in centre field. David Barrett was all on his own. But I suppose early on, there's only 8 minutes gone, just over 8 minutes. Newmarket are on top at this stage.
Again over to the far side again, puck out into the middle of the field, breaking ball, trying to be won back out there outside. Shane O'Brien there as well, but again winning it back. Niall O'Connor getting it across to this side, now picking it up into the hand. Now Niall O'Connor getting it back on this occasion, getting it from Enda Barrett, sweeping ball down along the line, coming out with it, trying to win it back and trying to move the ball away to the far side of the field. And now David Barrett, he's been busy here in this opening couple of minutes here. 9 minutes trying to switch the ball away. Good work there by Lee Markham, sending it across for Conor Ryan there as it comes over the ball. Bounce the ball, never seen by the referee. Out the ball goes to Martin Ogie Murphy. Long attacking ball for the Cratloe men over to the far side of the field, trying to move the ball away and running over the Carl McInerney. He's on the ground, but his coming away and he's been fouled, and it's going to be a free for Cratloe and for Conor McGrath. Probably will come out to take this one just outside the 45-metre line, and again a sweeping attack from the Newmarket men out of the fence there by Conor Ryan.
Yeah, silly free there for Newmarket to concede there. The ball, Cathal McInerney was coming out to control the ball, but he was about 50-55 yards out going away from his goal, and James McInerney just tugged him back by the jersey. So Conor McGrath now has a free. He's about 50-55 yards out. Tough enough free still in the conditions. The ball, I suppose, is a bit greasy now, so someone's changing their jersey over there. I think it's Podge Collins, but Conor McGrath now is free to put Cratloe on 2 points.
Conor McGrath just outside the 45-metre line, a little to the right of the goal, strikes this one in. It's up in the air, no question about it. Straight in and over the bar from Conor McGrath. A scoreboard that says Newmarket 1 goal and 2 points. Cratloe 2 points. Almost 10 minutes gone here in this first half. 10 minutes will be gone before Darren Duggan gets an opportunity to puck this ball out. And of course, before him, Kieran Devitt was the goalkeeper. He sends greetings to all the Newmarket players and mentors and supporters here all the way from Australia, and indeed all the Newmarket men out there as well, over in the middle of the field. A blistering start here in Cusick Park here for those lads as the ball goes right in around the goal. Up to go for it, and Nick Martin knocking the ball down, trying to get the ball into his hand. Tries on the second occasion, getting the ball back again. It's going to be nailed, and it's Lee Markham inside going up in the air, collecting the ball. He's been fouled, and it's going to be a free out opportunity now.
Yeah, see, I suppose, look, so far Newmarket have conceded 4 frees and Cratloe have conceded 3 there, but Lee Markham, he was going over there again in frontal charge by Anthony Gilmartin. So I suppose, look, both sides will have to be conscious of the conceding frees and try and cut them out.
Again, it's going to be Sean Hayes is back there in the goals at the moment, on our right hand side, and Bruce Hagney moving into the middle of the field, right down here under us. Sean Hayes down here, getting ready, just outside the 13-metre line, striking this one. It's up in the air, it's dropping just inside the 65-metre line. Up they go for it, ball breaks out. David Barrett coming onto it, trying to get it up. He's very, very close to the line over here on the far side of the field, and I can tell you now that is the Newmarket ball right down here under us. Just came off the last couple of inches off the leg of John Chapman. Down here to our right under us, Niall O'Connor getting ready to take this one on the 65-metre line, facing up to it. Martin O'Hanlon and Sean Chapman right in front of him at the moment, and the referee once again, Ambrose Hagney, telling everybody to move back here ever so closely more to the 65-metre line. Still Niall getting ready, bobbing right, the Newmarket manager down here in front of him, getting ready to strike this when he does. It's a low ball into the centre, one back by Sean Collins, but again coming away with it over to the far side, and winning it is Alan Barrett. But again the ball goes loose. Now it's Podge Collins trying to win it back, challenged by Niall O'Connor, but again Podge getting the strike in into the man inside, the danger man inside. Conor McGrath been fouled, and it's going to be a free once again right down here to our left hand side. This one about 26 or 7 metres out, very close to the line, under the seated stand down to our left hand side. And again referee Ambrose Hagney just having a little word with James McInerney. In fairness, Niall, I suppose two of them were going full belt for the ball. Conor McGrath was in front, he fell. Good way to win a free.
Yeah, see, I suppose, yeah, definitely the second free James McInerney conceded there, and Ambrose is supposed to just having a word with him. I'd say if he concedes another one, he'd be facing the yellow card. But you know, there again, like Conor McGrath, he was out 30 yards out on the sideline, you know, and he hadn't the ball in possession. Was there a need? I don't think there was a need to concede the free, so now he's a free pocket goal.
Conor McGrath standing over this one, 26, 7 metres out, steadying himself up, 1-2 to 2 points on the board. Conor McGrath is up in the air with this one, and the umpire comes out, the ball goes to the left and it goes wide. The Market still lead by that Shane O'Brien goal in the opening seconds of this county final. As we look down once again, Tom McNamara down on the sideline as well. There's treatment down here to our right hand side. One of the players receiving treatment down here, one of the Newmarket players, it looks like down there, maybe the Cratloe players, looks like John O'Gorman, maybe no John O'Gorman is on the far side of the field. Is it in the vice? We'll keep an eye on it in just a few moments.
Moving on, since we look down, Barry Duggan is back to his feet, so it's looking like he might continue. I'd say it would be a blow for Cratloe if they had to use Damien Brown at this stage, but he's putting his helmet back on, so Barry Duggan looks okay. As I said, a great start from the Market there. You know, they're a goal up with 16 minutes gone, so all to play for.
All to play for. Barry Duggan, thankfully, back on his feet there. Just took a knock probably into the back there on one of the occasions, but the Cratloe captain is back in action, and James McInerney taking the shot puck out on the Market. A long ball dropping right down on top of the aforementioned Barry Duggan and Anthony Gilmartin. Ball breaking right through the centre, trying to run onto it over to the far side. Mike McInerney is there, very close to the flag, over to the far side. Shane O'Brien, ball in his hand, been challenged out the other side by Michael Hall. all the way out to field, but it's Sean Collins winning the ball back for Cratloe. Long ball right into the centre. Conor McGrath running onto it. Ball goes past him out to in the barrel. The Newmarket captain trying to get the ball across to the far side of the field. James McInerney out there as well. Ball going in. The chops is the referee. Ambrose Higney free in once again for Cratloe and for Conor McGrath, and it's going to be 45 metres out.
Yeah, see, I suppose, maybe I'd say it looked like there at that time, I don't know, was it James McInerney or in the Barrett who conceded a free there with a chop down, but I'd say if they didn't, Podge Collins would have been gone through. There was no one inside, and he kicked the ball on into space and got a belt into the leg for his troubles.
1 goal and 2 points for Newmarket, 2 points for Cratloe at the moment. Conor McGrath's free goes in, and it's 3 points for Cratloe at the moment. 1-2 to 3 points. Newmarket lead here. 17 minutes gone here in the first half of the 2012 County Senior Hurling Final, as we go to the sideline to Kevin.
Well, still coming up to about a quarter gone so far in this half, and the message from Newmarket, certainly in Liam Sheedy as well, part of the backroom team, is to lift it and to keep driving at them. They're having success around the middle, they have a lot of possession and they want to use it better. Cratloe working as well, John McGrath urging Murphy to get into it and to get their passing game going, something we haven't seen so far, but they're certainly a little bit disappointed on the sideline so far with their midfield performance, and they're urging Martin Ogie and the other midfielders to try and get into it and get more possession into their forward line. So that's the latest down here on the sideline still.
Thank you very much indeed, Kevin. Well, they must be listening, because David Barrett just collected a ball inside the 65-metre line. He struck it over his left shoulder. He's been straight in and over the bar. Newmarket 1-3. Cratloe 3 points. So much at stake in this county hurling final. His own Hayes is out there in the middle of the field. Strikes it off the stick right into the centre. Running onto it over here. Shane O'Brien once again trying to win it away, but again in the vices there. Coming out with the ball, looking for support. He finds Lee Markham. He's on his knees. Ball breaks inside over to the far side, trying to come away with it. David Barrett over there as well, and ball breaking right through the centre. O'Brien has the ball, a shot in. Sean Hayes knocks it inside on the line over to the far side. Been challenged out there. Ball going off the stick with the Markham in, out over the line. Wide ball down here to our right hand side. Once again the Market are getting through that back line of Cratloe and Isle.
Yeah, the Cratloe full back line still, they look in trouble there. Young Shane O'Brien, they got the goal. He seems very dangerous in there. Liam Markham is down injured now at the moment. That was maybe Shane, he went for a goal there. I'd say he was out about 25 yards. He might have been better off if he put it over the bar to kind of keep the pressure on Cratloe, but as I said, the Cratloe full back line are in trouble.
We want to sing greetings as Liam Markham just receiving a small bit of treatment. Also greetings to Tom and Nola McMahon listening out to us in Australia. Of course, Tom came home in 2009 for the Cratloe County Final. He certainly enjoyed himself on that occasion, and we had him here in Clare FM even during the game right here in Cusick Park, and as I said, couldn't make it on this occasion. Hopefully tuned in at the moment. Tom, it's the Newmarket 1-3 and it's Cratloe 3 points. Also a special greeting to Orla and Nicola Cajole in Quebec in Canada, and Orla of course is from Cratloe. She played with us on Sideline View in 2009 as well. Hopefully they are tuned in back in Quebec in Canada here, and once again back on the right hand side it's going to be Sean Hayes once again with the puck out as play resumes here. Lee Markham thankfully back on his feet over to the far side. 20 minutes gone, not quite sure if it's 20 minutes of hurling here, but it's been 17 or 18 exciting minutes. David Barrett so far a leading contender as players so far in this game, right into the age of Anthony Gilmartin and Barry Duggan. Gilmartin holding on to it, speaking the ball back into Shane O'Brien's shot. It's Cratloe 3 points.
Yeah, Stephen, just as we speak there, Barry Duggan is after waving to the sideline that he's out of the game, so to be held up again. But as we said a few minutes ago, the Cratloe full back line is in big trouble. Good ball in there for David Barrett, who's having a great, he's had a great first 20 minutes for the Newmarket. Let it into Anthony Sconey Kilmartin, controlled it, and very naive defence out of Cratloe. 3 Cratloe players swarmed around, and Shane O'Brien ghosted in behind, and another easy chance, but took his goal well, one-on-one with the goalie. Give Sean Hayes in the Cratloe goal no chance.
And it's United, but looks like Barry Duggan has played his last part in this county final again. The referee Ambrose Higney is telling well, it's the officials to come in here. Let's see what happens down here to our right hand side. Barry Duggan just outside the 13-metre line, going in now. Damien Brown looks like a man that's ready for action. It'll be interesting to see what changes are made right hand side in this full back line. John O'Gorman still over to the corner in the bias, still there as well. It looks like Martin Ogie Murphy is now going to move back to the cornerback position, where he played quite a bit this year for the Cratloe men. Let's see what the changes are very, very shortly. In the bias looks like we go out to the wing at the far side of the field. There's Shane O'Brien, who's been absolutely on fire here in the first 21 minutes here in Cusick Park. Those 2 goals, as Barry Duggan, the Cratloe captain, receiving a round of applause there as he makes his way to the end line, and he has played so far. It looks like his final part in this county final. Sean Hayes is back in the Cratloe goal. 22 minutes have elapsed on the clock. The puck out lands right here in front of us. Newmarket 2-3, Cratloe 3 point, and Newmarket trying to win the ball across to the far side, and it's going to be a line ball for the Cratloe men. Damien Brown down here, just introduced here as a substitute. We look at the formation. It is Martin Ogie Murphy gone back cornerback. In the vice has gone to the wing at the far side. We'll keep an eye, see what the midfield pairing will be shortly. Damien Brown right on the 65-metre line, getting ready to take his run. Sean Chaplin facing up to this. Podge Collins there as well, and of course Niall O'Connor as the ball goes right into the corner to Cathal McInerney, being challenged in there inside, right in front of it. Owen O'Brien is there as well, trying to get it away. McInerney begging the ball back into the centre. He was looking for David Bryan, but it's cut out inside. The marker on the attack, sweeping the ball. Damien Brown getting it ahead of David Barrett. Over to Sean Collins. Sean Collins moving the ball away. Looks like he touched it on the ground. Move on, play on, as the ball is in the middle of the field. Trying to be challenged out here. Red walk back there at the back once again. The marker coming away with David Barrett, but it's Conor Ryan breaking up the attack over to the far side of the field. For Sean O'Connor coming away with it, sweeping down the field. Out to Mike McInerney. Mike McInerney collecting the ball in the middle of the field. The marker on the attack, sweeping to his right hand side. It's Conor Ryan getting the ball back into his hand. Challenged by in the by, and Ryan over the right shoulder. Once again up they go inside. Martin Ogie Murphy. Ball breaks inside. Anthony Kilmartin trying to get inside at the back. Over to the far side, sweeping away and trying to get it out into the middle of the field. David Barrett going through. Oh, and there's going to be a free from the market on the 20-metre line, almost dead straight in front of the goal.
Yeah, still, I don't know what I think. Maybe that was Shane O'Brien there now, so there's a little bit of handbag stuff, as they call it, breaking out there now. Someone threw away someone's helmet, but you know what, Cratloe still very, it's evident here in the first half, their touch doesn't seem right. They're going out every time they go to the ball, it's not coming to hand first time, and the market look much more assured on the ball. So, you know, free now to put the market 7 points up. Granted, they have a bit of a breeze in the first half, but it'll be a big lead if they can retain this 7-point lead going into half time.
Conor Ryan for Cratloe on a yellow card again. Looks like he has moved back into the full back position. We'll stay with the play, and we can tell you for sure that Colin Ryan has a 21-metre free, just a metre outside the 20-metre, almost dead straight in front of the goal. Looks like he's a man that has bigger intentions than a point on his brain at the moment, but he's coming up to take this one. Now he's going to steady himself as he strikes this one in. 2 goals and 3 points. The 3 points make that 2 goals and 4 for the market. 3 points for Cratloe on the board. 24.5 minutes gone here with your commentary compliments of Banner Carpets and Flooring on the Quinn Road Industrial Estate. 7 points up. Strong breeze with him now, but it takes a lot of hurling to get 7 points back.
Well, that's it still, yeah, but we're a long ways out yet, but as I say, great start from the market, and you know, notably early on, David Barrett having a fine game, Owen Hayes in the middle of the field having a fine game, and Anthony Sconey Kilmartin inside it full forward. He's a good target man.
Into the middle of the field once again, trying to win the ball away, and Sean Chaplin is the man that scoops the ball away, but great work back there once again by Inda Barrett. Then the market captain coming out with the ball. He was fouled, and it's going to be a free, and let's see, Colin Ryan will make his way. He took one here maybe a couple of minutes ago. That one went over the bar. It's almost the identical spot here. It's about just inside his own 65-metre line. This time he is facing the seated stand right down here in front of us. The breeze at his back. Once again, we're looking around the goal. Lee Markham making his way in very close to the edge of the square. Also inside there, Martin Ogie Murphy standing on the line is Conor Ryan with goalkeeper Sean Hayes. Colin Ryan coming up with this free from way out the field. It's up in the air. It looks a fantastic strike. The ball goes in and it goes over the bar from Colin Ryan. So first striking from the man wearing number 15 on on his back, and now it's 2 goals and 5 points from the market. It's Cratloe 3 points.
Yes, a great score there from Conor Ryan. We mentioned it earlier in the commentary. You know what a good free taker he is, and you know, as I said, days like today, he's got 2 frees that were inside his own 65. You know, 2 huge pucks, and you know, big help to the market.
26 minutes gone in this first half. Over to the far side of the field, there'll be at least 3 or 4 minutes of additional time. Sean Collins on the attack for Cratloe, heading for the 20-metre line, being chased, being fouled, and it's going to be a free once again for Cratloe, just outside the 20-metre line, and for Conor McGrath. And then, of course, so important to keep the deficit down. There's going to be a ticking over there at the far side for Old Hayes, as Conor McGrath lines up to take this one. Very close to the action out here, just outside the 20-metre line, this time facing the terracing stand at the far side, striking in to the town goal here as one of the players receiving treatment. There's a change of mind in that as Conor McGrath comes up to strike this free. He sends it right across the goal, sends it in, and he sends it over the bar once again, cutting the deficit. It's 2-5 from the market. It's 4 points for Cratloe. There's 27 minutes gone here in this first half.
Yes, good free there from Conor McGrath, but I suppose, you know, early on no score for Conor McGrath or Cathal McInerney yet, and you know, Cratloe need these 2 players to be striking form if they're going to win this county final.
The market are attacking in droves over to the far side. John O'Gorman had that ball, but now it's been tidied up and cleared by Martin Ogie Murphy into the middle of the field, winning it back out there. Old Hayes trying to switch the ball away, looking for support. He sends it back to his captain in the barrel, now coming out with it. 3 Cratloe in airplane, looking for support. Ball goes to the ground, trying to win it back. Scoped up, Patch Collins comes up with it, comes out from the melee of players, sends the ball along the ground. He's fouled, and it's going to be a free for Cratloe. Dead centre of the field once again, and again now the referee Ambrose Higney telling everybody to move away, and the free is going to be taken by Conor McGrath. Dead centre of the field, in the barrel, has problems with the helmet right down here under us, but that just looks like it's been sorted out now at the moment, as again the referee telling everybody to move away. Conor McGrath in the white line in the middle of the field, striking into a breeze into the town goal here, and again David Barrett moving the ball away, going over to the far side of the field, and again the linesman coming in down here below at the moment, trying to move the ball away, and ridiculous stuff to be quite honest about it. Niall, down here in the middle of the field at the moment, it's 2-5 from the market, 4 points for Cratloe, and now the free has moved from the middle of the field inside. No, it's not, he's gone back against the referee, trying to tell everybody to move away.
Yes, it must look ridiculous there. David Barrett went in to stand in front of Conor McGrath taking the free, and Patch Collins came in then to move him away. So look, you know, hopefully now the players just get on with the match, you know, and there are a few minutes left to half time.
Conor McGrath getting ready to take this free. 28 and a half minutes gone in the first half. Conor McGrath striking from way out the field. He sends it in, and he sends it over the bar once again. Brilliant free taking here. It's the marker 2-5. It's Cratloe 5 points as Fergie McDonough and Ambrose Higney having a word in the middle of the field as Fergie McDonough makes his way here to the sideline. There's going to be 5 minutes of additional time here in Cusick Park. We're already warming up here in this first half. 5 minutes plus 1. There's 6 minutes of action left here. The ball is poked out into the middle of the field. Conor Ryan trying to win the ball away, but again taken out of his hand by David Barrett, trying to roll the ball onto his stick down here under us here. Lee Markham down there trying to do likewise. Ball going nowhere. Once again, says the referee Ambrose Higney, it's going to be a throw ball as the players trying to get their hands back on their sticks right down here under us now. The 5 minutes have officially appeared on the board here as Ambrose Higney with the ball throws the ball in. Ball goes to the middle of the field, trying to move it away also. Sean Chaplin there as well, but Old Hayes does the right thing, comes in and first times it right into the centre. Ball going back inside. Michael Hall has taken up the full back position, getting out there ahead of Anthony Martin. Into the middle of the field, up they go once again. Oh, brilliant catch, David Barrett, right across to this side of the field. Will he get room to strike it to his left hand side? He has support. Ball goes to the ground. Free out once again. And it's going to be taken past Sean Chaplin there as well. Now the ball has been moved forward, says the referee, sending it back, and now it's going to be Lee Markham to take this one. The tension in Cusick Park, so much has been set at stake. The ball goes to the far side of the field. Cathal McInerney getting out there and trying out ahead of John O'Connor, out ahead of Mona Boyd, trying to get the ball away. Big challenge out there by Conor Ryan. And it's going to be a free once again for Cratloe. Again, the defensive work of the mark Newmarket. They are attacking and they're defending in twos and threes now.
Yes, Newmarket really want this. Colin Ryan made up all of, I'd say, 50 metres there to get the challenge in, and Carl McInerney, and I think that he was harshly pulled by Ambrose there. He got in the hook, and Ambrose adjudged that he pushed Carl McInerney in the back. So look, whatever happens, free for Conor McGrath now.
Ambrose taking up with the players. Conor McGrath coming out to take this one. It's well up in the air as he sends it in. We're looking to see the ball goes to the right and it goes wide, and Cratloe really protesting with that one. It still remains 2 goals and 5 points. 2 Shane O'Brien goals for Newmarket, 5 points for Cratloe. As we said, Ambrose up at the play. He leaves this evening to head for Dublin to take part in the Dublin City Marathon tomorrow. The puck out down to this side. Up goes Damien Brown. The ball goes past, comes off the leg of Lee Markham. Is tidied up by Sean Chapman. Challenged by Martin O'Hanlon over there to the far side. And once again the referee is in there as well as Sean Chapman down here, just receiving a trip from Martin O'Hanlon down there. But Ambrose Higney, in fairness, taking control straight away. Sean Chapman just receiving treatment, back on his feet shortly, and this is a free that will probably be taken when the referee is finished with Martin O'Hanlon. And I'd say Lee Markham will be lining up to take this one. All eyes there as he came across there, Niall. Martin O'Hanlon put out the leg, and Ambrose Higney, I must say, he didn't like it.
Did not still, and I'd say it looks like a yellow card. He's speaking to him a while, so I'd say Martin O'Hanlon will be safe enough. But good refereeing there from Ambrose Higney. When the foul happened, he was in very quick, just in case there was going to be afters and that. So good refereeing by Ambrose. Free for Cratloe now on their own 65.
Sean Chapman will be back in his feet shortly. Lee Markham get him ready to take the free. 32 minutes gone here in this first half. That means there's 3 minutes left, because there has been 5 minutes of additional time added on here in the first half. And we'll see Sean Chapman still receiving treatment down there. Lee Markham getting ready. The hands and the hurley have been wiped down there as the helmet goes back on the man that lined out to bring forward in the semi-final. He's back out in the middle of the field, and I've always said it's probably his best position on this Cratloe side. And he's the man, of course, that trained with the Clare panel and squad for the Munster senior football final as well, and came up there on many evenings to be Hall McDermott and his panel of players. As Lee Markham getting ready to take this one. This one is high in the air, dropping on the 13-metre line. Up they go for it. What a catch. I thought it was a catch into the head. Out there of James McInerney getting the ball away to Colin Ryan. Colin Ryan, long ball right down the top of Michael Hawes and then to Nicky Martin. It breaks out. Conor Ryan going on to try it the first time, the second time. Stan can't get it up, but Martin O'Gie Murphy comes along, sweeping up along the line. Been chased by Mike McInerney, going to the ground, winning the ball back, and now Sean Collins wins it. Cratloe on the attack. 2 goals and 5 to 5 points. The market lead. 33.5 minutes gone the first half. Conor McGrath coming out the field to win back this ball. Now he's striking it. It's going to land very close. The ball goes in, but it goes over the bar from Conor McGrath from way out the field. That's a superb point. So much work to do when he won that ball. Very close to the post and the crossbar. But it's point number 6 for Cratloe. 2-5 to 6 points. The market lead.
Yes, it's a great score from Conor McGrath. Came out, was won the ball about 45 yards out, but he was well out on the sideline. He had a lot of Newmarket players to beat. Came in along. I'm not sure if Gerard Ryan got a touch to it, but look, Cratloe won Ryan. We'll notch it down to Conor McGrath.
Darren Duggan with the puck out once again. The ball is landing just inside the 45-minute line. Up they go for it. Ball dropping, pulled on there, trying to get it up. David Barrett on the ground, going to the ground once again by his own man. But again, it's being held up there. Ambrose Higney calling a halt. It's going to be a throw ball outside the Cratloe 45-metre line. We look at the clock. 34.5 minutes. We're into the last 30 seconds of action here. Lee Markham coming away with the ball, dancing around looking for support. Gets it back to Conor Ryan. He's challenged by Mike McInerney, still trying to get room to strike it. Sells it to me, still holding on to the ball. And it's going to be a free once again to Colin Ryan and Newmarket. That's what you call defensive play, Niall.
That savage work rate from the market. There's nothing you can say. These boys really wanted Conor Ryan. Lee Markham had the ball first of all. He couldn't get into clearance. He gave it back to Conor Ryan, and as Conor Ryan was coming out, I'd say 4 of the market players swarmed around him, and eventually he overcarried the ball. So look, Colin Ryan has a free. He's about 50 yards out, and in the form Colin Ryan is in, I wouldn't bet against himself.
There's 5 points between the sides. Surely the last piece of action here in in this first half, bearing a puck out from Colin Ryan. The breeze at his back, and a strong breeze it is coming up at this point. Sends it in, and he's going to be close as he sends it in. The umpire goes for the white flag as he sends it in and sends it over the bar. Newmarket 2-6, Cratloe 6 points here, and the referee Ambrose Higney moving over to this side of the field, and there goes the half-time whistle. And again, Bob Enright, the Newmarket manager, out in the field, clapping the players as they come off here, as they have a lead here of 6 points. The breeze is their back. This is going to be some second half night.
It's been some second half still. Cratloe are really up against it now. Newmarket 2 goals in front, and a lot of their... So they were 5 minutes out and the rain beating down top of them, so Newmarket now just back out in the field. Look, from here, I think you'd have to fancy Newmarket, so it'll be very interesting to see.
It'll be very interesting indeed as the referee Ambrose Higgins gets the second half. Let me clear up 1 or 2 issues if you're from Newmarket. It's Shane O'Brien Jr. that has got the 2 goals for Newmarket. The other Shane O'Brien was a very, very late starter on the Newmarket side, a centre half forward. And they're going to count this in the football championship final. We do make it was Shane O'Brien Jr. that got the 2 goals for Newmarket here in this first half. Now Colin Ryan and Newmarket have won a free here in these opening seconds. This one about 5 or 6 metres in from the seated stand, right down here under us to our left hand side, striking in to the town goal. 55 out from the Newmarket goal, Sean Hayes, from the Cratloe goal, Sean Hayes inside the goal, in the box, making his way right into the goal line aside as Colin Ryan steadying himself up for the Newmarket men. 2 goals and 6 points. The 6 points which are coming to the compliments of Banner Carpets and Flooring as Colin Ryan sends this one in, and it goes in, and it goes over the bar once again. Right from Colin Ryan down here, left hand side, and again Cratloe absolutely furious. They were saying that ball went to the right and went wide.
Yes, from here we were standing directly in the line. I think he just tailed away at the very end, but the umpire kind of took his eyes and pointed. He was going over the bar, but I think he tailed away. That's why the Cratloe players were furious with the umpire.
It's 2-7 from the market, 6 points for Cratloe. Ball going into the 45-metre line, and once again coming away with the ball. Alan Barrett out to the far side to Colin Ryan, facing his own goal, changing, striking, and sending a long ball down right in front of the goal. Up to goal for Michael Hawes and Anthony Gilmartin. Ball breaks inside, right in front of the goal. Mike Becken only in there as well, trying to win it back. Liam Markham there coming out with the ball. He's been fouled, and it's going to be a free out for Cratloe inside their own 45-metre line. Ambrose Higney once again moving players away. Liam Markham with the ball in his hand, the white helmet on his head, striking this ball down into the open space. Up they go, and ball breaks inside. Sean Chapman trying to get away from it, trying to get the ball into his head ahead of Niall O'Connor over to the far side of the field. Over there also is Sean O'Connor. Patch Collins with the ball in his head, back out into the middle of the field. Substitute on the left side again, from way out the field, send it in and send it to left, and then sends it Ryan. 2-7 for Newmarket. 6 points for Cratloe. 2 minutes gone, second half, and the light is fading rapidly into the park.
Yeah, see, it's getting really dull here now, but I mentioned it in the first half, you know, the way Newmarket are hunting in pecks. The free Conor Ryan conceded there, just there for that point from Colin Ryan. You know, there was 4 players around him. Again there, that ball, you know, the fierce pressure being put on the player, and they forced the wide from Aidan Brown.
Puck out, dropping into the middle of the field, ball breaking this side, and once again the back of it trying to get control of it out to the far side of the field. Good ball out here, developing the floor, and once again it's going to be a line ball. Alan Barrett down to inside here, facing just outside the 65-metre line, and facing up to this one it's going to be Colin Ryan, also Martin Hamden down there as well, just behind him is Sean Collins, as Alan Barrett coming up to take this one, cuts this one, good court right into the open space, into his brother David, ball going astray, going off his hand. He's going to get a second opportunity. He gets it, being chased by Conor Ryan, now by Lee Markham. Barrett still holding on to it, going right through the centre, trying to win the free. No free, so the referee is going to be a free out on this occasion. David Barrett going right through the centre, trying to win the free. In fairness to him, collected that ball, did a lot of good work for the Newmarket men. The rain is absolutely pouring down here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh.
Yeah, see, good call there from Ambrose Higgin. Usually a lot of referees would give the free there. David Barrett, he was soling in, and I suppose the ball caught twice, you know, he was going over, and good defensive play from Hurling. Murphy came out and just held him up, and David Barrett went to the ground, but Ambrose didn't give a free for overcarrying. Free out for Cratloe.
Sean Hayes with the free, dropping inside the 65-metre line, but once again coming away with the ball. Owen Hayes trying to get away up along the line, being challenged out there by Damien Brown. Goes to the ground, and again trying to win it back. Now Damien Brown winning the ball back and sitting in attack from the Cratloe men right down into the centre. Superb catch by Owen O'Brien, going up, catching the ball in the air, out into the centre to Alan Barrett. Half hook, up into the centre and goal. Martin O'Hanlon trying to win the ball away in the middle of the field, trying to win it back. Now he gets a second opportunity, being chased by Sean Chaplin, sweeping across the field, out to Mike McInerney, challenged by Conor Ryan, but Mike McInerney's strike is going to land very close. The goal up to go for Martin O'Brien. Murphy running head on into one of the Newmarket players down on the ground. There's Shane O'Brien, the ball going over the line, and it's a wide ball from the market to our left hand side. Shane O'Brien, Martin O'Brien, Murphy never took their eyes off the ball, and they just clashed into each other. Thankfully everybody back on their feet, and back in the action is in the boys from Cratloe, down along to this side of the field. Newmarket 2-7, Cratloe 6 points. 1981 since Newmarket last won the county title, even though they topped the roll of honour with 22. Up the ball goes, and won out by John O'Gorman. He's on the ground, comes off the Cratloe men out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Newmarket down to our left hand side. Shane O'Brien, we'll call him Shane O'Brien Senior from now on for the second half. Leaves the ball behind. Colin Ryan about to take it, just going to wipe the hand and the stick at the moment with the towel. As we look down, some substitutes they bring up, but we'll keep an eye on the play as Colin Ryan getting ready to take this one about 30 metres out from the corner flag, striking in to Sean Hayes' goal at the town end here in Judic Park. Changes his mind, coming up to take it a second time, takes it out into the middle of the field, out to Martin O'Hanlon. Martin O'Hanlon back to Colin Ryan. Colin Ryan a strike from way out the field. Oh, that's a super strike from Colin Ryan from way out the field, sending it in and sending it over the bar. Newmarket 2-8, Cratloe 6 points, almost 6 minutes gone, second half.
Great play from Colin Ryan there, you know, looked up and he saw Martin O'Hanlon lose, played the ball to Martin O'Hanlon, didn't give it back to him, and you know, as I say, Colin Ryan then with a free puck and goal, and Colin Ryan today, he usually doesn't miss those, and by God today he's not missing them either.
Now Cratloe on the attack, Sean Collins, being chased by Trina McAbey, getting a ball into the centre, one by Jim McInerney, now on to Conor McGrath, trying to get the ball into his hand. He's on the ground, trying to move the ball away. Now there's a gathering of players, and he Martin O'Hanlon back there, but once again, coming out with it, Niall O'Connor sweeping the ball into the middle of the field. Conor Ryan winning the ball for Cratloe, looking up, trying to get room to strike it, and that's limited, I can tell you here, but Conor McGrath coming out, trying to win the ball back, but it speeds out of his hand, and into the hands of Colin Ryan, right-handed, up along the line to Mike McInerney, been chased out there by John O'Gorman, comes off the Cratloe men, out off the line, and it's going to be a line ball once again for the market, just outside the 45-metre line, and Mike McInerney down on the line here to our left-hand inside, back in the action very, very shortly. And again, just receiving treatment down here. Ambrose Higley going down there as well to the linesman, Fergie McDonough, just having a word, and he's going to have a word with the right cornerback on the Cratloe side, John O'Gorman here, maybe for a late tackle down here. Who's limbering up? It's Shane O'Leary limbering up for Cratloe down under us here with all the action both on and off the field in this county hurling final of 2012. Your commentary compliments of Banner Carpets and Flooring in the Quinroll Industrial Estate. They're calling there to Rory and to Lawrence there for the best deals that you can tell them now, Gilligan Sinchi, as Colin Ryan placing this ball on the line, right on the 45-metre line. Shane O'Leary limbering up behind him for the Cratloe side. This one you would expect to land in around the edge of the square, where Liam Markham seems to be the man on his own in there. The ball going right across the goal, looking for Anthony Gilmartin. Anthony Gilmartin gets a second chance, but he won't get a third because Martin Ogie Murphy sweeps in, trying to win the ball away, strikes it, long ball down the field. Conor McGrath, James McInerney coming off. Conor McGrath sweeping out. Conor McGrath still trying to win it on the ground. James McInerney down there as well, still getting the breaking ball. Podge Collins running onto it. Now it's Conor McGrath sweeping the ball across to Damien Brown. Damien Brown 45 out, all in his own. He strikes this one in, and the ball goes to the right and goes wide, and that by any standard is a bad wide for the Cratloe men, as Newmarket lead 2 goals and 8 points. Cratloe 6 points, 8 minutes gone, second half.
This looks like Newmarket State to me. There was an easy chance there for Damien Brown. Conor McGrath won the ball well and passed it to Damien Brown, who was inside the 45 straight in front of the goal, and that ball was well wide. So Newmarket now at the moment are up 8 points, and it's a big lead to clawbacks in.
Now Shane O'Leary is coming on to the Cratloe side, and he's going right in to the cornerback position. We see Martin Ogie Murphy going across to the far side of the field. We keep an eye on just a few moments to see what's happening in the rest of the field. Looks like Rod Ryan might be the man coming off the side into the middle of the field. It goes, and it's Sean Collins winning it for Cratloe. Again, looking at the clock, almost 9 minutes gone. Out to Conor McGrath. James McInerney puts in the stick. The ball goes low, and McInerney sweeps in and drives the market up the field once again. Ball breaking into the centre, out to the far side of the field. Shane O'Brien Jr. out there as well, trying to win it back, but the ball comes away. It's been fouled, and it's going to be a free for Cratloe just inside their own half of the field. Damien Brown in a hurry to take it. Now he'll go back behind the 65-metre line to take this one. Conor McGrath, Colin McInerney in around the square as well. Podge Collins now moving ever nearer to the goal line here, as Damien Brown getting ready to strike this one. The breeze that had his back in this second half, over to this side of the field, looking for Colin McInerney. Owen O'Brien there as well. Ball goes behind. O'Brien facing his own in-line, but coming out with the ball, looking for support. Gets it out to this side of the field, but it comes off his boot, out over the line. Line ball for Cratloe.
Yes, and Liam Sheedy there, I see him, he's out on the line now, and the market are really up for this. All the mentors are out, and it's they feel that they could have this in the bag, but still only 10 minutes gone in the second half. Sideline pump now for Cratloe on the 45-yard line.
Anything can happen, let me tell you, in a game like this. The scoreboard, it says Newmarket 2 goals and 8 points. Cratloe 6 points here. Damien Brown with the line ball, and I see some of the Scottish people over for the Shinty weekend saying for this county final, as the ball goes up, it's going to hold right on the edge of the square. Conor McGrath coming out with it, trying to get control of it. He does that, taking on in the barrel over to the far side, but he's penalised by Ambrose Higley. Free out for the market from just inside their own 13-metre line.
Yes, I suppose we'd have to say James McInerney seems to be getting the better of the duel between himself and Conor McGrath. There again, Conor McGrath won the ball, but great defensive play from James McInerney, and in the barrel there, Conor McGrath left with nowhere to go, overcarried the ball, free out for the market.
Free out for the market, taken over to the far side of the field. David Barrett once again being challenged by Martin Ogie Murphy, but holding onto the ball, coming across the field with it, holding onto it, and still being challenged out there, but still gets a strike in. Liam Markham facing his own goal, the nearest man to the ball. He just gets it into his hand, gets it out to Sean Collins. Sean Collins takes off on his bike up along the line, but he's blocked down across by David Barrett, across to the far side, into the hands of Martin O'Hanlon. Martin O'Hanlon right up into the corner, trying to win it back, and Shane O'Brien Jr. coming right across, being challenged by Shane O'Leary, and again takes the ball over to the far side, trying to sweep it in, but Shane O'Leary has blocked out the ball, but is still in the danger zone over to the far side of the field, and now trying to win it is Podge Collins, back in his own half of the field, out to Damien Brown on his own 45, and a long ball down the field, up they go for it, ball breaks inside, out to in the Barrett takes the challenge and breaks up the Cratloe attack to the far side of the field to Niall O'Connor into the centre, and now it's Damien Brown putting out the stick, trying to win the ball back for the Cratloe men, but it breaks into the middle of the field, and goes wide. Almost 12 minutes gone in the second half. It's the market to win. It's Cratloe, 6 points in the county final of 2012.
Shane O'Brien's having some game from the market. He was very unlucky there. He was nearly in for the goal. Came across from the corner, won the ball, and he was straight through the sensor, only for a great interception by Lee Markham.
Again back here, ball left hand side, ball poked out into the centre, and again it's tidied up back there. The market on the attack, long ball right down. Shane O'Brien senior in Lee Markham, ball breaking the side. The market trying to win the ball back. Shane O'Brien winning it back. He's been challenged by Lee Markham, and again they've been fouled, and it's going to be a free for the market inside the 45-metre line, and it's going to be taken as Colin Ryan makes his way over to the far side of the field, getting ready to take this one. And we see some substitutes limbering up down under us in just a few moments. The market substitutes, we'll see what happens as James Liddy looks like the man getting ready for action, as well as Colin Ryan going in once again with the towel. The scoreboard, it says 2 goals and 8 points from the market, 6 points for Cratloe, and very, very seldom you'll see the Cratloe men held to 6 points, with 4 of those coming from place balls, Niall, by Conor McGrath.
It's around 13 minutes in the clock, and and this is sorry reading from a Cratloe supporter's point of view. They're just 2 points got from play, and Colin Ryan out with the free to put the market 9 in front.
And he does that as he sends it in and sends it over the bar. The market lead by 9, 2 goals and 9 points, the 6 points. James Liddy coming on to the market side down here to our left, and Anthony Gilmartin is shaking hands with him as he makes his way off the field here. A rising cheer from the market supporters down here in front of us, and James Liddy making his way. It's Mike McInerney gone into the edge of the square, taking over. Michael Hawes in there, of course, taking over from the injured captain of the Cratloe side, Barry Duggan. Up they go, ball breaking in the middle of the field, and it's Alan Barrett sweeping out with it. Out to Martin O'Hanlon. The market still on the attack. Podge Collins back there as well, and still Martin O'Hanlon holding on to this ball, heading from the 20-metre line. Ball goes to the ground, back in the hand again. Sweeping ball right across to the centre, and again just going past David Barrett, and the ball is swept out to Damien Brown. Damien Brown collects the ball, and it's a high attacking ball into Barrett under that one. Conor McGrath coming out here, James McInerney trying to get the ball away, but again a chop, says the referee, and it's going to be a free for Cratloe and for Conor McGrath. 45 metres out, dead straight in front of the goal. There will be absolutely no delay with this from Conor McGrath, as we have 14 minutes gone in this second half. Conor McGrath trying to cut the deficit once again as he sends this one in, and the umpire comes out. The ball goes to the right. Incredibly, the ball goes to the right, and it goes wide. It's 2-9-6. By any standards of player like Conor McGrath, that was a simple tap over, you would imagine, when you know the man that was taking it.
Absolutely incredible, Sid. He was about 35 yards out, straight in front of the goal, and his team really needed that score. From here, Sid, it looks to me that Cratloe are going to have to get a goal, if not 2, if they can salvage something here. Sean Chaplin's coming off the Cratloe team.
Sean Chaplin is the man that's coming off. Shane Gleeson going on to the Cratloe side. Darren Duggan with the puck out for the marking men at the far side of the field. Up they go for the ball. Is one out here and one into the hands at the far side of the field. There's Shane Gleeson sweeping the ball into the centre to Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan, a low attacking ball down to Carl McInerney. Carl McInerney being chased out there by Owen O'Brien. McInerney coming in, trying to get past Owen O'Brien, getting the ball into the centre. Ball coming across, loose ball to the spare ball going wide. Goes to the right and it goes wide. A challenge there from Carl McInerney coming all the way in, and again couldn't get past Owen O'Brien. In fairness to the men from the market, playing very, very well in the number 2 jersey.
Having a great game, Sid, but I tell you, I've said it many times throughout the commentary here, the work rate from the Newmarket defence and all around the field. Carl McInerney, that ball, he didn't beat him, and he was going through and goal, and out of nowhere 4 or 5 Cratloe defenders came back, snuffed out the situation, and the ball went out tamely wide. So it's been the real story of the county final so far.
16 minutes gone in the second half. One of the players down injured, down to our right. It looks like James McInerney might be receiving treatment down in front of the goal. A scoreboard that says Newmarket 2 goals and 6 points, Cratloe 6 points, and the winners of this county final will play, of course, De La Salle from Waterford, the current Munster club champions, in 2 weeks' time, probably here in Cusick Park on November the 11th. And don't forget, next week Kilmurray Bricken taking on the Kerry champions. That will be back in Quilty, and we'll have all the action here live on Clare FM as Darren Duggan is back on the goal line once again to get ready for a Newmarket puck out. This time is coming to this side of the field. There's 9 points between the sides. Newmarket since 1981 they haven't won their county title, and now at the moment they're only about 13 minutes away from that. Conor McGrath winning the ball ahead of James McInerney, now coming to the inside but sending the ball across to the far side out to Sean Collins. Sean Collins trying to strike the ball in. He does that, he sends it in and he sends it over the bar, and would you believe that is Cratloe's first score of the second half, and they're playing with the breeze. 17 minutes in, it's the market 2-9, it's Cratloe 7 points.
It's the rain, as I say, is buckling down now again, and I'd say every Newmarket supporter in the ground will be hoping it will rain heavier and heavier. You know, as you said, 1 point in the second half from a Cratloe point of view. You know, Newmarket will want to keep this as low scoring as possible.
Puck out to the far side of the field, up to go for David Barrett. Ball coming off his hand. We want to send happy birthday wishes to Joe Corbett back in Labashida. He was his big birthday was a week ago. He's still celebrating. As Shane Leedy goes through from the back and over to the far side, and good work there by Martin Ogie Murphy, getting the ball out to Shane Gleeson, and Shane Gleeson sending Cratloe on the attack down to Conor McGrath, popped out of his hand. James McInerney is down there as well. It's going to be a free out for James McInerney and for the market once again inside the 45-metre line. Ducking down on the line right under us. There's serious activity on both sides here. Kevin Hatman holding the players down there. Tom McNamara as well, both on the management team of the Newmarket men. James McInerney in the full-back position, getting ready to take this free inside the 45-metre line. It's a long ball dropping on the opposing 50-metre line. Ball breaks into the centre. Ball coming across, being tidied up by Sean Collins, but now the ball comes out to Owen Hayes. Owen Hayes snaps it in, but the ball goes to the right and it goes wide. It's still Newmarket 2-9. It's still Cratloe 7 points. Commentary compliments Bernard Captains and Flooring in the Quinn Road Industrial Estate. Greetings there to Rory, of course, and to Lawrence.
Yeah, still just a wide there from O'Neill's from Newmarket, but as I say, the rain is bucketing down still low, and as I say, there's about 12 minutes to play. It looks like Newmarket. Saying you never said just what age is Joe Corbett.
Joe Corbett, I can't tell you, can't reveal that, and this was the replay. He told me over to the far side of the field. The ball is into the head of Shane O'Leary. Shane O'Leary across to the far side of the field, and the ball back into Sean Collins. Sean Collins inside the 35, getting the ball into the centre. Ball coming on back. Conor McGrath was reaching out for that one. That was a tight saver into Carl McInerney. Again blocked there by over to the far side of the field. Coming away with it is Owen Hayes, and Owen Hayes getting the ball out into the middle of the field. Out it comes into the hand. Sean O'Connor coming away with the ball. Hooked out there by Sean Collins, losing the ball back into the centre. Shane Gleeson still trying to win it back. Now he gets it up. Down takes the challenge out there from Midland Barrett at the far side of the field. Out over the line, and if anything captured the county final of 2012, it happened there in the last couple of moments. 3 times Cratloe had an opportunity to get a score. 3 times they were blocked down, Niall, and 3 times the defence was cleared.
Pressure still. You know, Shane Gleeson there had that ball, and the 2 O'Connor brothers, Sean and Niall, came out and eventually hooked him, and he played the ball out over the sideline. That's the story of today's game. Newmarket are putting him under pressure.
Line ball far side of the field, chipped into the centre. Martin O'Hanlon doubled that ball on that ball out over the line far side of the field. Martin Ogie Murphy is in a hurry at the far side to place this ball. 8 on his back. He lined out at midfield. He went into cornerback. Now he's at left half back on the Cratloe side, and he's about to take this line ball before he receives the towel to wipe the hands and the stick once again as the rain thankfully has disappeared for just a couple of moments. Once again here in Cusick Park, no activity for substitutes on the sideline, loads of activity for the management. Bob Enright once again talking to his management team down there. The clock will tell us 20 and a half minutes gone here in the second half, 9 and a half left in this county final, and James McInerney coming out with this ball. He's challenged down there in front of the goal, and again the referee going to have a word with Conor Ryan down there for that challenge. James McInerney will receive treatment very, very shortly. Going into him, Maria Culligan, the physio of the Newmarket side here, and just a ticking in the book down here for Conor Ryan. It's a little more than a ticking, is it? It is. It's actually a yellow card for Conor Ryan down here to our right hand side as James McInerney back in his feet receiving the drink of water, and we'll get ready to take this free. 2 goals and 9 to 7 points. Newmarket lead. 21 minutes gone. 9 plus whatever additional time as Liam Sheedy is down on the line here as well. Now moving back to the dugout as James McInerney takes this free up along. The ball is batted out once again into the hands of Shane Gleeson at the far side of the field. But again, guess what? 2 and 3. The market men trying to win the ball back. Colin Ryan is one of those. Ball still going to the ground. Shane Gleeson still trying to win it back, and he does well. But he's been challenged, kept there inside that circle, nowhere to go, says Ambrose Higney, and it's going to be a throw ball. He's taken fast to the far side of the field. Out there outside, Niall O'Connor. Cratloe coming away with the ball to Conor Ryan. A high ball into the centre it goes. Conor McGrath, Colin McInerney, Owen O'Brien trying to move the ball away to the far side of the field. But again, O'Brien goes back and wins the ball back from the Newmarket. Out to Mike McInerney, gets it into his head, and why is the challenge of been devised? Sweeping in, a long ball into the corner. Up they go for it. Ball breaks out to the far side of the field. Into the hands of James Liddy. James Liddy goes to the ground, and it's going to be a free for the market outside the 20-metre line. And for Colin Ryan, surely he'll make it point number 10 for the market as Colin Ryan getting ready to take this one. 2-9 to 7 on the scoreboard. Colin 8 between them. Colin Ryan getting ready to take this free. And once again the towel is in at the far side of the field. No, they're not throwing it in. They're just wiping the hands and wiping the stick. As Colin Ryan, he's been absolutely superb today. We'll see what he scored for frees in a minute. Niall will be able to tell us that. We'll wait for this one as he sends this one in. Up in the air and up at the scoreboard it goes. It's the market 2-10. It's Cratloe 7 points here. And there's almost 23 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, still not more good play there from the market. You know, we said it earlier, Owen O'Brien and James McInerney, you know, they're having a stormer of game in the heart of the Newmarket defence.
Up they go for it, coming off the stick of Conor Ryan into the middle of the field. One back out there by Damien Brown, trying to strike it, but again being blocked down in the middle of the field. And one back out there by Owen Hayes, getting it across to Sean O'Connor. Sean O'Connor half hook, and the ball breaks out to Shane Gleeson at the far side of the field, trying to strike it. He does that into the open corner. Up they go for it, ball breaks out to Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath back into the centre. Sean Cullen, 20-metre line shot. Oh! He's a ball on it. And a save from Darren Duggan, right on the edge of the square, 13 metres down. Sean Cullen, superb top-class save from Darren Duggan inside into the market goal. And if ever there was a chance to sway this game for the Newmarket men, that surely is signed and sealed now with almost 24 minutes gone. What a moment for Darren Duggan and Newmarket.
What a save still. Sean Collins had the ball. He was straight through the Newmarket defence, one-on-one, probably 10-15 yards out, going to the top corner now from 65.
And the ball was taken, the 65 was taken by Lee Markham. He sent it in and he sent it over the bar. It's Newmarket 2-10. Cratloe 8 points, 24 minutes gone here in the second half. 6 plus whatever additional time. They left it late in 2009 to win this one, but the market are not going to entertain any of that as Aidan Brown tries to get the ball away. But in the barrel, the captain of the side, long ball up along the line, captain play over there to the far side by James Liddy, striking the ball into the centre, into the danger of the goal. One back out there by Michael Hall, getting the ball across into the centre. Damien Brown is out there outside, but Conor Ryan comes in. Conor Ryan on the line, coming across. Conor Ryan shot. In the county final of 2012, the market 3-10, Cratloe 8 points, superb goal night.
Brilliant goal, Cillin, as he's saying, he was more credited. He's got to go for Cillin and back in the action.
Oh, to the first side of the field, Cratloe on the attack, but Duggan comes out, breaks up that attack, and again there's going to be a free out. The referee going in there, having a word there with one of the players, as Darren Duggan coming right through the centre where Sean Collins swept the ball into the open area there, but again, Newmarket hadn't read the situation, and the referee, Ambrose Higney, is having a word with Conor McGrath, just a ticking on this occasion. It's going to be a free out from the market.
Yes, we'll just go back to the goal there. Michael Hawes won the ball, and it looked like there was no danger from a Cratloe point of view. He tried to play it low across to Lee Markham. Liam went out at one hand and failed to get it up, and there, as I say, the work rate again. Colin Ryan was looking, nipped in, got the ball, still had a lot of work to do, sold it in, and buried it into the bottom corner of the net, and surely the Kennan Hamilton will be heading home to the Blues after 31 long years.
26 minutes gone here in the second half. Mike McInerney coming out with the ball, leaves it behind, in the vice on the attack, long ball down, Carl McInerney and Owen O'Brien, and again Owen O'Brien is there, and O'Brien wins the ball back, doesn't get room to strike it, but the ball is still there to be won. 3 Cratloe, 2 Newmarket men, that's about to change over to the far side, and Owen O'Brien coming out, now coming off his hand out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for Cratloe. They're in a hurry. Sean Collins down there under us outside the 45 metre line and about to strike this one, looking in around the goal, playing deep inside. The ball is taken fast and Fury's out to Carl McInerney, trying to surround it for Newmarket, and another one arrived, and that's Mike McInerney winning the ball back, coming out of the field, being challenged by Inderby, sweeps the ball into the centre. Colin Ryan moved the ball up along the line of the pass. Damien Brown is out there breaking up the attack. David Barrett wins the ball back from way out the field, a long ball right into the centre, up the goal, ball shot. Oh, the ball is knocked inside the line by Sean Hayes. It went into the hands of Shane O'Brien Jr. on that occasion. He was looking for a hat-trick, and it's going to be a free out. Sean Hayes about to take it past this side, the far side of the field. Neil Brown winning the ball back, challenge out there outside, and again the ball is knocked down by Niall O'Connor at the far side of the field. The ball is swept up, lost the stick, kicked the ball over the line at the far side. Line ball for Martin Ogie Murphy. 27 and a half minutes gone. Second half, Newmarket 3-10, Cratloe 8-9. What a performance from the Newmarket men here. Coming on to the Newmarket side is Ronan Good coming on, and it looks like Owen Hayes is just making way for the last few moments here. Ball is into the centre of the field. Sean Collins out there. He's been fouled. Free for Cratloe just inside the 65 metre line.
Yes, we said it already. The pressure that the Newmarket players are putting Cratloe on. I'll head you back to the action.
Over to the far side of the field is Colin McInerney being chased out there all day long by Owen O'Brien, and it's the Newmarket man coming out on top of the ball coming across. Damien Brown go over to the far side, taking on Martin O'Hanlon, takes the shoulder, takes the shot, but the ball goes in and it goes over the bar from Damien Brown coming right down the field. Took the shoulder down there from Martin O'Hanlon, came out and just about got enough room to strike it. Banner carpets and flooring on the Quinn Road Industrial Estate to Rory and to Lawns or sponsors once again this afternoon. It's 3 goals and 10 points to 9 points. Newmarket lead. The additional time is about to go up on the board, and surely title number 23 is heading for Newmarket. It's their 36th county senior hurling final appearance. There's 1 minute of additional timing down here, and I can tell you shortly there won't be a single Newmarket player up on the stand. They'll be down on the sideline of the ball, heading for the 20 metre line, coming out with it, trying to win the ball back down here under us on the commentary position. We're trying to win it back. Is Shane O'Leary back there, and it's going to be a line ball just Fergie McDonough back down here to our left hand side. Let's see what happens on this occasion. It's going to be a line ball for Colin Ryan and for Newmarket. Again, they're gathering down there outside. 29 and a half minutes gone, getting ready to take it is Colin Ryan, just inside about 35 metres out from the corner flag, striking into the town goal here. Facing up to it is in the vice, gone back in deep is David Barrett, who's been absolutely superb in the number 10 jersey for the market. And again Colin Ryan cutting this one in, it's landing right inside the edge of the square. James Lilly there, the ball comes off the market man out over the line, and it's gone wide, and it's going to be a puck out for Sean Hayes, getting ready fast to take it. We're into the last 8 seconds plus additional time, which is a minute, and coming onto the side is going to be Niall Enright. He's 11 and he's back in this program, but again Shane O'Brien Senior taking his place. Long ball into the open space, it's going to go over the end line, and the market won't be one bit worried about that one. It was a fantastic performance from the market Niall, and nobody could deny the superior team today.
Yes, it was far superior team work rate, attitude, going to the ball, their first touch, loads of good performances throughout the field. We're counting down the last couple of seconds of the game, but surely now Buchanan Hamilton is heading back to the Martin Fergus.
It's already on the road, I can tell you. Let me tell you, there's a more substitute. Shane Kelleher coming onto the Newmarket side. We're into the closing 24 seconds of this down here. They won their first title way back 100 years ago this year. They've won 22 in total, and that's about to change. Shane Kelleher coming onto the side. If he gets an opportunity to come on as Colin Ryan about to take this free. Coming out from over to the far side is Liam Markham, but again, getting ready. Colin Ryan to strike this ball. It's a high ball right across the edge of it up to go for it. A ball breaking inside in front of the square, but Martin Logan Murphy is back there to tidy up, and Jane Kelleher won't surely get an opportunity with that additional minute is on here. Over to the far side. The shot. Final whistle, and the Market are the county senior hurling champions of 2012. And absolutely superb performance here in Chuzik Park. Nobody has been seen earlier for deny the fact. By far was the superior team here this afternoon over the 60 plus minutes in Chuzik Park. Cratloe losing their captain Barry Duggan halfway through that first half, but even that, the style of the Market's play here this afternoon night, you couldn't but admire the determination and the will to win, and the attack and the defence, and they hunted and they defended in packs.
Still a brilliant performance by the Market, and as I say, looking out here now, the place has gone wild. You know, they really wanted this, and you know, people often say hunger is you know, is what it's all about, and they, as you said, they hunted in packs, 3s and 4s, and never let Cratloe settle in the ball, and anytime someone's in possession they close them down. And throughout the field still some great performances. If we start at the back, Owen O'Brien and James McInerney, you know, they tied up the two main danger threats that Cratloe had, Conor McGrath and Cathal McInerney. You know, Cratloe at the end of the day, they only scored 4 points from play, 1 from Conor McGrath, 2 from Sean Collins and 1 from Damien Brown. You know, we move out the field, Owen Hayes and Martin O'Hanlon, you know, were outstanding in the middle of the field for the Market. Then up front, David Barrett, you know, he done Trojan work, got 2 points in play, and inside, you know, the 2 corner forwards, what a day they had. You know, I suppose they'd be in contention both for man of the match. Colin Ryan finished with 1 goal and 8 points, and Shane O'Brien, of course, those 2 goals really kicked the Market off. 2 early goals, you know, and I suppose in conditions like this we had today, you know, with wind and rain, it's very 6-point lead going in at half time. It's an awful lot to claw back, but fair dues to the Market still. You know, they've put in an awful lot of work over the last number of years, with underage teams and, you know, under minor teams and under 21 teams, and they had a lot of success, and you know, there was a feeling down there that they had missed their chance. But this year, you know, there was a difference about the Market this year. It was, you know, I saw them playing 3 or 4 times, but there was a hunger and a desire and a will to win, maybe, which wasn't there other times. But you know, everyone put their shoulder to the wheel and worked it, and congratulations, we have to say to the Market, a great win.
I know that the Market and Fergus have not in any great hurry home, and certainly not in any great hurry out in Chuzik Park this evening, and I suppose there's obvious reasons for that. You have waited 31 years for this evening to come, but you have been there for many, many years before that as the proud standing there County Hurling. So well done to the Market. Congratulations on winning here today, and we wish you the very, very best of luck in 2 weeks' time when you play De La Salle from Waterford in the Munster Club Championship. I think it's De La Salle you're playing in that Munster Club. So the best of luck to you on that. You won that title before in the late 60s, and I go down that you will represent there very honourably in that competition in 2 weeks' time, and maybe more further on as well. I have nothing further left to do in my tenure as chairman as regards presenting senior trophies, except to present the trophy here today to the captain of the winning the Market.
Awesome down there. I'm carrying shot. I'm burning shot that. Eric Hockley. Oh my God. Jeez, lads. What a bunch of warriors. Oh my God, they're men. Pure men, lads. Well done. I told them lads to stand up there. 34 players. Well lads, this is for 31 years for every player that has worn this jersey the last 31 years. This is for you! Sure, I'll start off with a few thank yous. And the main one, I suppose, is Martin Donnelly. He sponsored us now the last few years. Without his support, I don't know where it would be. He stuck with us through tough times, so Martin, thanks a million. I'd also like to thank the small businesses in Newmarket. They've supported us every year. To everyone that just donates a few bob here and there, it goes a long way. Thanks a million. I'd like to thank all the primary schools in the parish, all the pupils. I suppose they drew us lovely pictures of lads, and it was beautiful. Thanks a million. Cheers, it was very grateful. I suppose I'll start thanking a few of the back rooms. First of all, I'd like to thank our physio, Maria. Maria, you've been absolutely brilliant. You've a long future ahead of you, and she's going by the length of the queue to the table. She should never be quiet. Thanks, Maria. So, Kidman, Paul, you're there. Paulie, you belong to a family of traditional hurling. You love it, you live it. Well done, Paulie. Thanks, Maria, for all your help. To our stats man, I don't think he's missed one training session or match all year. That's Colin. Colin Martin has been our true supporter all year, and I don't think there's a man out there that loves this jersey more than him. Well done, Colin. Alright, lads, four management team, I'd like to thank you. Jeez, Wexter. You've been unbelievable. Robbie, what can I say? Brian, you've been a true fucking warrior. In your heyday, you'd like to say, you still got, you would have gone on there and used you. Well done, Robbie. Tom, Mac. Tom, I say you're the brains behind it all. Well done, Tom. Always a wise word to say. The Highland Giants, that's blue and yellow, that goes through your veins. I don't know where you get the hunger. Every day training, you absolutely live it. Well done. Training seconds all year, I've been top notch. I suppose we had a blow in this year. I don't think he's that well known in the hurling circle. We give him a chance, and lads, he's been unbelievable. Liam Sheedy. Stephen Ryan, he came and helped us out there. St. Simmons Rugby, he did a few tough physical sessions with us, and it stood to us in this tough ground, so thanks for me, Stephen. I suppose last but not least, he may be small in stature, but lads, he makes up for it in heart. Bob Enright. I suppose to the Newmarket supporters, 31 years is a long time, and you've stuck with this team through the highs and lows. Thanks a million. Cratloe, what can I say? My words here won't console you to how much we know the feeling. Your credit, lads. This is your third final in 4 years. Absolute phenomenal team. Phenomenal team. Well done. Hard luck today, lads, and you'll have your day.
We'll just do the man of the match for today is Newmarket Fergus Colin Ryan. Colin has to stay where he is because he's also getting the top scorer of the year award, the Martin Donnelly sponsor, top scorer, and